Elon Musk has just warned the Federal Reserve that they may face a Doge audit. And we did have Fed Powell speak today, and he said that the US economy is strong overall. Inflation is closer to the 2% goal, but still somewhat elevated. Which brings us into the overall market to start the video. 603.84, basically flat on the day. Now I want you to take a more macro look on what the SPY is doing instead of just on the daily chart, because you look at the daily chart and we've seen a falling channel with a breakout to the upside and another falling channel that is actually holding a crucial support level at 602.50, which on the surface looks pretty good. But if you look at the SPY on the weekly time frame, here's what you see. You actually see a bearish pattern in disguise as a bullish pattern. And the reason you see that is because of these same body candles, which we talked about, technically making lower lows on increased volume. But putting that aside, you take a look at what the weekly is doing as of right now. Now, given the week has just begun, so this is not in full effect yet, and I don't believe that there's a trade here yet on the SPY. If we see lower volume on this entire candle week, which as of right now, it looks to be potentially the case, the SPY is due for a nice hard sell-off. And what could trigger that sell-off is plenty of catalysts, but geopolitical tensions as well. Trump says basically things are going to hit the fan on Saturday if Hamas doesn't release the hostages by then at noontime, okay, which ultimately, depending on what happens, will affect the market come Monday. Now, I want to show you the same sort of setup with Nvidia. This is the weekly chart. You saw a lot of volume on the down move, given you have to look at the particular days, but then again, with this candle not holding and closing above 133.50 for the week, and on low volume, which we'll pay attention to, Nvidia is still very bearish. Now, OpenAI plans to reduce reliance on Nvidia by developing its first in-house AI chip with design finalization in the next few months, which chips will be manufactured by Taiwan Semiconductor TSM. Stepping aside from Nvidia, we see Tesla getting an absolute bloodbath, down about 6% on the day. We have been talking about the levels in Discord, easily playing puts with stop losses, and we have price targets for call options to flip-flop on Tesla. Now, Tesla is trying to hold this ascending support level at 330, but we could see a wick down to 327. Now, if we can't hold 327 on Tesla, I'm expecting a move down to 322 and potentially 316 by the end of the week. But if we hold 327, I would consider that a nice spot for calls using a stop loss. Now, before we get into AMC and GameStop, speaking of Tesla, Elon Musk-led group offered billions to buy OpenAI, and Sam Altman responded, yeah, we're not going to accept that offer, but we'll buy Twitter if you want for $9.74 billion. Basically trolling Elon. Moving us into the next stock, which is Baba. I gave you this an early call out. Now it's trading at 113.37. Absolutely beautiful. If you took that trade, let me know in the comments down below. Another one I'm bringing you, the reason I'm bringing up Baba, is INTC, which I think is looking very beautiful on the charts, up 7%. So put this one on your radar as a potential buying opportunity, as we did hold this zone that I wanted to hold, especially now that we got earnings out of the way. Now, DOMH was a stock called out in Discord. We made another gain on that. We recently made a major gain on MGOL, a stock called out in Discord that ran 637% over the span of 3 weeks. The reason I'm bringing these two up is, for one, get into Discord. The link is in the description. But two, after AMC and GameStop, I'm going to give you a bunch of potential squeeze plays to put on your radar, some that I may or may not have entered. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to give you the earnings YOLO trade that I entered coming into tonight. AMC is trading at 330, up 4%. I think this is actually looking beautiful. If you've been watching the past few videos, AMC is in a perfect setup, in my opinion, for a squeeze, right? For a move higher. This is what we're looking at. And for comparison, this is where I think we are, which is right on the brink of a gap up, followed by another gap up, followed by a short squeeze, okay? And I also think GameStop is in a very, very similar position. GameStop is in one of two spots. One spot looks a little bit better than the other and a closer look, but based off of where AMC is at, the other spot looks like GameStop could be here as well. Either way, both very close, and I'll show you that right now. Before I show you that, we have built out this beautiful cup, and then we have built out this beautiful handle, and I wouldn't call this the breakout off of the handle just yet. I think this is still part of the handle, as we didn't get a clear breakout. However, we are looking to be starting that breakout. Okay, technically today, if we do close above 2750, we are beginning that breakout out of the handle. Now, these are the two zones I think GameStop is potentially trading in, okay? Where you got this little bit of a relief bounce before gapping up, So what does that mean? It doesn't have to be tomorrow. For example, it could start next week. But just like AMC, GameStop is due for a gap up, and I think the bottom is potentially priced in. Where would that gap up be? $30.50. Between $30.20 and $30.50. What we could potentially see is that first move, whenever it does occur, take us to $29.30. That could happen after hours. That could be a very brief pop, but a move up to $29.30 could show us GameStop's bottom is potentially in. Now, I want to cover a couple more things. State of Florida is considering to buy up to $1.5 billion in Bitcoin if the bill is passed. And on top of that, banks are borrowing more money than they were in 2008. We have seen several catalysts that just overall are not good for the market. We've seen gold continue to fight for all-time highs. And now I'm going to give you some short squeeze plays. Before I give you these short squeeze plays and what I entered, I just want to state in the Discord, we have breakout trade alerts. I post my trades as soon as I take them, so you can choose to follow me on your paper trading account. I don't give financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. We also have option sweep alerts in there, market news on the daily, analyst trades, high success trade flow. We talk stocks and crypto with the most amazing people. This is the best family, the best community, in my opinion, especially for the value you get out of it for the price that you pay. It is almost unnoticeable. So get in the Discord. It's the top link in the description. The first one I'm going to put on your radar is OMGA. That is up 90%, trading at 20 cents. Now, I do think this one could go higher. It's sitting at a 23% short interest. However, shorts could very well have exited their positions today, and that's why all of these trades are, of course, risky trades. But what I see is a ton of volume coming in on the 4-hour time frame for today. And hopefully that volume carries over for tomorrow, potentially bringing us to 32 cents, which is the first price target I have on this play. The next one that I'm bringing up on your radar is an old OG play that's up almost 35%, trading at 67 cents, which is NKLA. Nikola Corporation, I believe we are actually already up on this position. These are actually in order as to the ones I like. So I'll give you the next couple here. This one, NKLA, is also sitting at a 25% short interest. So the first two are bangers. The next one is GNLX, up 12%. And keep in mind, a lot of these don't have an options chain. First price target on this is 576. Now you can see we recently wicked up there back in May of 2024. However, we are building a candle to push up to that price, which makes me think if volume comes in, easily we hit $8.30. This is sitting at a 6.31% short interest. Next up, we have ZENA, up 18%, also a $5 stock. Keep this one on your radar. It looks to be trading similarly to DJT. I don't know if the charts overlaid would match the time frames, but this kind of looks like a DJT chart here, sitting at a 14% short interest. The last one before I give you the earnings trade I entered is ironically lottery.com, LTRY, trading up 34%, continuing to go higher. Now, this one is a little bit more risky, and that's why I put it more towards the last, because volume is fading for now, which means potentially is over, but we could have just gotten a cool off before a major spike higher. This is only sitting at a 4.8% short interest, but I believe the company has gotten decent news and earnings are coming up. And previously it has rallied much higher than where it's at right now. So all of these trades put on your radar, and I gave them to you for free. So if you didn't like the video yet, please like the video and subscribe to the channel and have post notifications on. Last but not least, SMCI down almost 8%, trading at 39.30. I entered calls on SMCI. I do believe potentially, right? First of all, I do believe there's going to be a major move on SMCI. It's either going to be probably 20% to the upside to bring us around $50, or it's going to be probably 20% to the downside, right? Honestly, or more, right? If SMCI misses here, the company could really very well be done for quite a long time, right? You could see the stock drop all the way back to $20 right after the earnings call. And the risk to reward, it's very high risk, very high reward in my opinion. But what I do see happening is institutions loading up on SMCI based on the recent filings. And these filings are from February, okay? February 10th, February 11th. People are loading up. Institutions are loading up. So if institutions get blown out of half of their portfolio here, and then I'm willing to get blown out partially of my portfolio as well with them. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. If you guys want up to 30 free stocks, press the second link in the description. It's for a free broker. If you sign up through my link and deposit once they approve your account, you're getting up to 30 free stocks, each valued up to $2,000 per stock. All you have to do is make a deposit into your broker. On top of that, they're giving you 8.1% APY on your uninvested cash, access to level 2 order book data for free, trading options, going long, going short, viewing other exchanges, and more as a retail trader. So go do that, guys. And don't forget, the top link in the description is for the Discord server. Get in, you will not regret it. Come try it out, join the family. And honestly, get in if you want to start leveling yourself up for 2025. If you feel like 2 months have almost gone by and nothing's really changed, then get in the Discord and try it out. That is it, guys. I love you all. God bless. Lottery Stocks out.